Have you ever wished you knew how to build web application and websites from the scratch without having any technical knowledge? Or are you even a business owner or someone who wants to build his idea himself without depending on other people? Or even a developer who just wants to build and deploy a product faster? Today, in this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step how I accomplish all this with two of my favorite AI tools, Lovable and Supabase, and I can guarantee you no coding required, no technical skill required. So let's jump straight into it. We are going to be building this web application for a transportation service from the scratch. We can see the navigation section here. We can see the hero section. We can scroll further to see all the beautiful things we've been able to create here. We can view plans and pricing. We can see what the transportation service is all about. We can see all the fleet of cars available. And then right here, we have a booking form where users or potential clients can get to make their selection and book for a transportation service. So we are just going to be doing that right away. We are going to select a duration of time for which we want the service, the number of passengers that we want to convey. We're going to also be selecting the service class, and then we select the type of vehicle we need. We fill in the details of the client, and then we proceed, and then we confirm our booking. So this has been successfully submitted. The admin can also get to log into their dashboard to confirm the bookings. So we can see the booking I just made now. And so you can confirm booking, cancel, or delete. So let's jump straight into the video. We are just going to head onto our browser and then we type www.lovable.dev. Brings us to this beautiful interface with this area here where we can just prompt. So lovable.dev is an AI-powered platform that allows us to build websites or web applications simply by prompting. Right? So let's say you have this idea that you would want to build yourself and you don't want to go through the stress of maybe looking for developers, designers to put the ideas together. You have the idea in your head and you just want to create, you want to ship. Let's say you're building an MVP, you want to build something for your own personal business, like anything at all you can think of, right? That would help you to scale either as a business or let's say you're a developer and you want to build faster, right? So whatever it is any idea at all that you feel like, okay, you need a web application or a website for. So lovable.dev is the application for you to use right now. I mean,
You will love it.
so even if this thing does not require any technical knowledge or it does not require any coding experience, using Lovable can sometimes be confusing, right? So in this video, I'm going to be taking you step by step on how to your idea on Lovable. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be telling Lovable what I want it to build for us by prompting. Before we look at these prompts, there are some important things I think I would like you to know, especially when you're building or when you're interacting with this AI. And as far as Lovable is concerned, and I'm sure many other AI too, right? The first prompt is the most important prompt, right? So what the first prompt does is it kind of sets the tune of how you expect the entire application or the entire website to be, right? So it's very important to give it as much information as possible, right? So when you're trying to generate this, your first prompt, or just imagine you're actually explaining the idea to someone, a developer or a designer, to bring out this idea to life. So it's very important for you to be as specific as possible, right? So when feeding this AI your prompt, try and be as specific and as descriptive as possible. Tell it exactly what you need. One other beautiful thing about this is, or about the first prompt is, let's say, for example, you have an idea of a site or a design pattern you would like this AI to follow in building out these things. So it's also very important to specify these things from the very first prompt, right? Let's say you have a kind of a brand logo, for example. You have a brand logo, you have a brand name, you have a color scheme, right? So these are the informations that you can actually feed this AI from your first prompt, just so that it has an idea and then it builds from there. So if you have like a screenshot of a landing page or a website that you so much admire that you'd like to follow and you'd like the AI to follow the design pattern or the design scheme, you can actually just go and take a screenshot and then you attach them here, right? Or say you have a logo or something that you want the AI to make use of when building this application. Also, I would like this AI to start by building the landing page of this application, right? Where users will come in and then make their bookings first. So that is how I actually want to build this in, and then we'll now proceed to build the admin side of the application. And also, I will have so many users using this application on their mobile phone. So one important thing is I would like to actually make this responsive, especially the landing page. I'd like to make it responsive. So I'm just going to feed the AI those two information. I think I like blue colors, navy blue colors. So I will just tell the AI that my primary, my brand color is navy blue. Color is navy blue. Oh, sorry, that's a mistake. So I'm just going to click on this button, and then we watch Lovable do its magic. So we can see I did not write any single line of code. So all these are just prompting, right? Just, I mean, explaining. So just imagine that you're actually explaining this your idea to a developer or a designer. So the same similar thing is what you just do on Lovable. So we are going to give it some time to spin up the application. So while it does that, it tells us what exactly it is doing. So it says I'll build a professional transportation service app with navy blue branding. This evokes premium service. So it gives you the description of what it is doing. Like it tells you its thought process, which is very beautiful. I mean, so it's getting design inspiration, clean, trustworthy. These are things that you expect. So one beautiful thing about this is it also makes suggestions for you, right? When you're building, let's say you don't have an idea of some part of the application or some things that needs to be in the application, it helps us to it comes up with that for us. So we're going to give it some time to build our application so we can see everything it is putting together. It does everything step by step like a professional designer and a professional front-end developer will do. So let's just give it some time to spin up our app. So voila. So we can see this beautiful landing page it has generated for us. So right at the top, we can see the navigation, the home, services, fleet, about, contact us, and all that. So we have the home page. We have so wow, nice name, beautiful transportation service, professional, reliable, and luxurious transportation service for all blah 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 blah. So we can book now. When we click on book now, you can see this is functional. It has added in functionality. When you click on book now, it takes us to this beautiful section here where we can select the duration of time based on the specifics I gave it, the number of passengers, the service class, right? So let's try out a few things and see how well the AI has performed. So let me select, I need a ride for a day to move 2 passengers and I need executive rights. So you can see after making the selections, the choices I have here has changed, right? So if I say family or group, wow, this is beautiful. Family SUV, we also have a shared van. And let's say I want a shared ride. Okay, which is still good for 2 people. Let me increase the number of passengers to like 6. Wow, so these are the options of cars available. So this is very beautiful, right? So we can actually go ahead to build off from this, right? So let's say there are some things that we would like to change in terms of we don't like this, like this is just an icon here, right? And we want an image. We can actually import the image and then ask the AI to replace this icon here with an image. Or you want a background, right? They should at least have a background image or something. So we can actually prompt the AI to do some of all these things for us. So there is also a very cool feature here, right? So for those of us that are familiar with WordPress and the likes, right? That you can do. So you have this edit button here where you can actually edit, let's say you don't have any coding experience, but then you want to make a few changes by yourself, because always relying on when you always prompt these AI, most AI tools, they have like this credit thing. So you exhaust credit. Meanwhile, there are some things that you can just do on your own. So I'm just going to be going ahead to change a few things here. So you can see an issue here. So I'm just going to click on edit first, and then I highlight this button. So I can be specific about this, right? So here we can see ask for quick changes. So I can say change this button to green, right? Remember, when I put in this prompt, my credit is going, so I don't want to do that. This is something I can actually do on my own, even without any coding experience. So when you click on here, you can actually adjust the spacing, the margin, the padding. You set it how you want. So when you click on this, so you can make the font size bold, large, or anyhow you want it. So the background, the color is white, so I can change it to black if I want to, or gray. So I'm just going to choose a gray color. I want to make this button, I want to make the button green. So I'm going to make it background. Okay, let me use this beautiful yellow color here. No, it's conflicting with this one. Let me use a green color. So yes, and then when I do this, you can actually change a lot of things. I can save. So it's going to save our chain for us. So this is just me fixing one or two things by myself. Here now, I don't have to like prompt the AI. So I can just by myself make specific changes. Let's say I want to change the font. I want to, I don't like the way this area is looking. If you want to change it, you can actually do that. So right now, let's just, yeah, we know our application is not connected to a database, but let's see if it created the booking details page after I make this selection. So let me go ahead and make selections again. So I need a service for a year, right? And I expect, I want to service 6 passengers, and I need an economy, right? So there are currently no vehicles available. So let me choose executive. So I think I like this car. This is a family SUV, which is very beautiful and luxurious. So I'm going to be going ahead. I put in my name and then my email, and then I proceed. Okay, so it has not yet implemented the page to see the details of my booking. So let's say I don't want this text now. I can actually change the text we have here, right? By just clicking on edit. Okay, let me just leave it like that. Let me leave it like that. So we can actually chat. So if we should look at some of the things this thing has actually done for us. So it suggests what we should do next, right? Based on some of the things that we've actually, the information that we've given to the AI. So you say, what's next? Let's refine or customize and tweak the design. So it also suggests we connect to a database and some other things that we would like to do. So far, so good. We've succeeded in building out the basics of this our application, building out the landing page and some of the things we expect to see. So before we come back and make modifications to this design, because it's looking too boring, so and give it more functionality, right? So speaking of functionality, as this our app is now, users will hardly interact with it, right? Where they submit, when they submit bookings, it's not going anywhere. Users are unable to log in or interact with this application, right? So for every application that we use on a regular basis, Facebook and everything, there are always functionalities attached to those applications, right? So that is why we do the things that we are able to do. Now, in order for us to be able to actually give this our application some functionality, so for every application has a front end and a back end, right? So we've succeeded in building the front end part of the application, which is the part of the applications that users interact with directly. But then, as the application is now, users are unable to sign in or create accounts. When they create bookings, it's not going anywhere. Even when we come down to this area here, so there are times that we might want to actually upload these vehicles and save them in a database, and we want the information based on this user selection to come from a database or wherever it is we store it, right, dynamically, so that whenever we want to actually whenever we want to show this choice of vehicles now to the users, we don't have to come and start rebuilding the application again from the beginning, right? So we need to have a data store or a backend that processes some of all these things or that stores information, things like our bookings. Let's say we have the fleet of cars. We have where it is stored, where it's being created, where the images are being uploaded, where some of all these things are being processed, right? So in order for us to build the authentication part of this, our application, and also the backend or the admin that will manage the front end, that will manage this application, we need to connect this Lovable front end to what we call Supabase, right? So Supabase is a back end as a service. So I'm going to be going um, when you go to www.supabase.com. So we have this beautifully looking site, right? So Supabase allows us to do a whole lot of things, right? First of all, it allows us to connect to a database, right? So it has behind the scenes, it has a Postgres database that allows us to store information, be it users data, in this case bookings, cars. Let's say we have users table in a social networking app, posts, messages, and all that. So it has a database, and also um, Supabase also allows us to create authentication, right? That's to so that users can log in, log out, and then we know who is actually logged into an application, who is doing what. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and then create a database or a Supabase account that will integrate with our front end side of the application. So I'm just going to click on start your project, right? So we need to log in. You just click on sign up now, and then so you can either create an account with your GitHub account, or you just go ahead to put your email and password. So I'm just going to be setting up an account. And then I'm going to be signing up. Okay, so it suggests I create a stronger password. So let me do that. So yes, I'm currently signed up. So I'm going to go ahead to confirm my email. So yes, when you confirm your email, you'll be brought to this page. So this is a new account, so I'll be required to create a new organization. So we'll go ahead and then we'll do that. We'll call it the Tech Artisan. We're going to leave it as personal, right? And then for the plan, so they have different plans, but we'll be starting with the free plan. So we have the pro plan for $25 per month, and then the team plan for $599 per month. So right, so based on your need, but for the sake of this video, we'll be using the free plan. So we'll go ahead and select that, and then we create an organization. So it's going to take some time to create the organization. So we are here. So we're going to be creating a project. So let's check the name of our application. So Elite Transport. So let's call the name of our project Elite Transport. And then we can just choose a random password, and then we create a new project. So is this project that we're going to be connecting to our Supabase account. We've successfully done that, right? So in order for us to connect our project to these Supabase accounts, we can see the button that says connect Supabase here, or at the top right of your screen you can see this manage Supabase, or you probably might see connect Supabase. So already I'm connected, right? So I have gone ahead to connect these Elite Transport, which is the name of our project that was connected. If I want to disconnect, I can just click on configure, or if I want to change the Supabase account or the database or the backend I want to use for this project. So when we click on that, you can disconnect this one and then connect the new one. So once you're connected, you're going to see this here. It says connected, right? So if you're not connected, it will tell you that you're not connected. So you have to connect, and then it will ask you to choose the organization, and then you choose the project you've just created, which is, in our case, we have the Elite Transport Service. So immediately we connect, Lovable will know that, okay, it's our project has been connected, right? So I think so it says please connect, or connect your Supabase accounts to the Elite project. So here it is connected to the project. So you're going to see it, right? So it will tell you everything that it has done and everything it should now be able to do with this Supabase backend that has been created for us. So it says here that your app is now connected to Supabase. You can now work with fully featured backend and powerful features to make your app truly functional, right? So these are the different functions that these are the different things and that Supabase, which is our backend, can offer us. One of them is the user account and login. That's the authentication that we'll be building. And then it also will allow us to store and use real-time data. And also I spoke about edge functions, right? That's for us to connect like other AI endpoints, for example, Open AI and all that. So if we have like any functionality that we would want to use in our application, so via edge functions feature, we'll be able to bring that in. So it says before you deploy your app to production, use any real. So it's going to also, one beautiful thing about Lovable is while you build, it's also going to suggest to you some things you think you need to set up, right, in terms of what you need to set up on the back end so that it can connect to it, right? In as much as we've given it those prompts before, and then we have already told Lovable what to build for us from the onset. So while it's built, it carries us along the way. I'm just going to go ahead. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and then ask Lovable to build a few things for us now that we have connected to a back end, right? So because before initially we don't have some of these buttons are not functional, right? So we're going to ask Lovable to now connect and then to build and then connect to the database. So I'm going to be pasting my prompt so that I'm going to be pasting the prompt. So how do I set up authentication for admin users to be able to log into the admin dashboard? You are yet to build. So I would like to proceed and then build other parts of the application based on my initial request. I want it to have a dashboard via admins. So I'm going to be pasting this prompt so that Lovable can actually continue from where it stops. Or if there are other parts of the application that it is yet to build, can just ask Lovable to build it for you, which is what I've just done now. So here it says, how do I set up authentication for admin users to be able to log into the admin dashboard you are yet to build? So in as much as that's part of the first prompt, but it is yet to be functional, asking Lovable to build it so it can also suggest to you. That's one beautiful thing about it. So I would also like to build the other parts of the application. And based on my initial request, I want to have a dashboard where admins will be able to log into. I want to have just one super admin user responsible for adding and removing other admins. Also, users should be able to confirm their request and submit their bookings. All admins should be able to see and manage all bookings. So I'm also going to ask it to create a default admin user and share me the login details. I would like it to create a default admin user for us and share the email and password. Though this is not advisable when you are trying to push things to production, but just for the sake of this video, I would like Lovable to create its build and then seed the data for us with a default admin user. So I'm going to go ahead and then paste this and send. So this is its thoughts. I will set up authentication, create the admin dashboard with role-based access, and build the booking system. So once I do all this, I approve. So yes, we have successfully, Lovable has successfully built the other parts of the application that it is yet to do. So when we go through this chat section here, we'll see everything that has been done so far. So we're going to go ahead to test some part of it, but it has not sent us the email and password. So it's going to get the email and password for us. Meanwhile, let's head on to the Supabase and then see what it has actually created so far. This is our project. We are going to head on to database to see everything that has been created so far. So it's going to load the table. So we click on tables. Yes, so this is the table, right? So we can see it has created two tables for us for bookings and profile. So let's see the structure of the table. So you can just click on it. So we have the ID, the customer name, the email, the service duration, and everything. So this is beautiful. So this for the profile, we have all this. So to add other admin users. So let's go back to our Supabase. So it is actually undergoing some fixes for us. So yes, so Lovable has shared a super admin credentials for us to use. I mean, like I said, this is not advisable in production, but just for the sake of this tutorial. So let's copy this. Let's head on to admin login, and then we paste the email, we paste the password to see what the admin looks like. It says invalid login credentials. So we are unable to log in. Okay, yes. So there is something very important I would like us to know, right? So it's important to, just for the sake of this video, right? So anytime we make a change, right, we will have to come to the authentication. You click on authentication. So you go to authentication, you click on sign in and providers, right? So let's disable confirmation of email before we sign in. So right, so you click on this and then you save changes. So let's go back and then try to sign in again. So let's tell Lovable unable to log in. I get a invalid login credentials. So something might be wrong. We'll allow the AI to fix that for us. Okay, so it's actually asking us to sign up, right? My bad, and not to sign in. So let's just go ahead and sign up with these same credentials. So I'm going to copy this. So when I click on sign up, oh, okay. So my account has been successfully, well, let me just save this. So when I go ahead, I paste, I'm going to go ahead to copy the email. I paste this here. So there is an issue with this page. I've been trying to log in, but we can see there is a glitch here, right? So I've just gone ahead to ask Lovable what is actually the problem so that it fixes the code for us. So that's the beautiful thing about using this. So it says I see the issue. The auth page is blinking because there is a rendering loop between the auth page and the admin dashboard component. Let me check the authentication logic and fix this. So it's currently doing that. And yeah. So this is our super admin dashboard. So currently there is no booking. So this is what we have. So when we go back to our home page, so we have this, right? So let's go ahead to make some selections and then see if our application is complete. So I'm going to be doing this, and then I select executive, and then I select this. I'm just going to post any name. So yes, so based on what we've asked Lovable to do for us, so we can see all this, please review your booking details before confirming. So based on our selections, this is everything we have, right? So I can go ahead to edit booking. That is if I want to change this, or I can go ahead to confirm booking, right? So this is not too good. So I think I will just have to fix this myself. So I click on this. Let me change the color. Change the background color to gray, and then leave the. So I'm going to save. So I'll go ahead to confirm my booking. So yes, my booking has been confirmed. Your booking request has been submitted successfully. We'll contact you soon. So let's go back to the admin to confirm. So I was already logged in. So voila. So this is what I have here. Yes, so this is my booking management site based on what I've asked Lovable to do for us. So I can choose to confirm or cancel or delete. So any admin member that comes to, so I can log out. So it was because I was logged in. That's how I was able to come directly to this interface. So let me log out and then try to log in again. Before logging in, I would want to make some changes to this user interface, right? Um, I have seen a UI, a user interface that I would like Lovable to adopt for us in terms of design. So there is this beautiful looking site I saw that I would like Lovable to follow its design pattern. So I'm going to be taking screenshots of this and then upload to our Lovable account to build something like this. Let me take screenshots. Let me make screenshots of this. Let me take one more. So I'm just going to head back onto the chat section and then I add those images. So I upload the screenshots. So I would like you to follow this design pattern for my application. I'll ask it to maintain the same color scheme. The same color scheme. So it's going to change the look and feel of this entire application. So we're going to give it a few minutes to work its magic. So it says, I will update your app to follow the Zapier design pattern while maintaining your navy blue color scheme. Let me examine the current structure and redesign the key sections. So now I'll redesign your app following the Zapier card patterns. So we'll just give it some time and then see how it transforms our application. So while we are building with Lovable, right? So it's very common to encounter errors or issues. I mean, just like when we build applications, it's very common to come across errors, right? So one beautiful thing about this platform is you can always prompt it and ask it to fix a particular issue. Let's say you're trying to log in, the login button is not working, you don't like the color of anything, you don't like this feature, you don't like, so you can always prompt the AI and it will fix it for you. Isn't that beautiful? It is. So we wait for it to make these changes. So it is, we can see what is happening here. Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So I mean, this is cool. This is so cool. So when we are satisfied with what Lovable has done for us so far, we can actually go ahead and then publish this website or this application or make it live. So in order for us to actually publish this thing and make it available to users, right? So we just head on to this public where we have this publish button at the top right corner. We click on publish. So it's going to create like a domain for us by default. So if we have a website or a domain, for example, that would want to use, you can actually come here and then create your own custom domain, right? So here you connect domain, or if you don't have anyone but you'd like to buy one, let's say you want to buy one for your personal business, right? So you can have whatever it is you want, www.elitetransport.com. You get, so you can just create it. So but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead to use the default domain created by Lovable. So I'll cancel this and then we can see some of the website information. So another beautiful thing about this thing is it has done some security and there are some security checks it usually does, right, before publishing an app. So currently now I can see that I have one security threat, right? So we can go ahead to review it. So this is what it says. Customer booking data could be stolen by anyone. Yeah, this is not something where we're pushing live. Otherwise, we should actually take these things very seriously. And it also says here that link password protection disabled. Yes, so for the purpose of this video, we're actually going to ignore this, right? But we can actually try and fix it by just clicking on this try to fix button, and it will fix all the security threats it has detected before publishing this our application. But I'm just going to ignore this and then go ahead to publish like that. So I click on publish and then I go here. So I say you can review the security issues or you just go ahead and publish anyway. I'll go ahead and publish anyway. So while it's publishing, let's go back to Supabase and see that all these records were actually created. So heading on to Supabase, so we can see bookings, right? So currently we have one data here, which is this. So you can see based on my selection 1 week, total number of passengers 2, executive class, family SUV, this is the price, this is the status and everything. And then coming to profile, we have one profile here, which is the super admin profile, right? So this is beautiful. So let's go back and see what we have. So it's going to generate this link for us that we can now copy and then paste. So this site is now live, so you can actually check on this site to see this application that I've just built, right? So this is our beautiful website that we have. So this is the beautiful landing page that users will see whenever they want to make a booking. So this is a really great tool. So we can go ahead to book another one, or you can so let's check the mobile responsiveness of this. So we can see this, our site is mobile responsive, right? So yes, this is all we have. So that's it. We just built a fully functional web application. No technical skill, no coding required, no complicated setup. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button or tell me in the comment section what kind of application you'd want us to build next. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel as I'll be bringing to you more of this content, whether you're a technical or a non-technical person. Thank you.